everyone, we're starting a new vlog. So I have been picking up off and on Switched, Fear Street by R.L.Stine. I believe it's number 31. It's in the 30s. So we follow this girl named Nicole. She has very strict parents. They want to know where she is at all times. She has to check in a lot. She thought she had the perfect boyfriend, but he ended up breaking up with her. Her best friend was like, hey, my grandpa told me about this place on Fear Street where you can swap lives, basically. So Nicole's like, okay, Lucy, tell me about her best friend's name is Lucy. So Lucy was telling her, you climb this wall, you jump over it at the same time, and when you both land, y'all switch minds. You switch bodies, basically. So Nicole's like, yeah, I'll do it. Let's go, because she says her life sucks and it's horrible because her boyfriend just broke up with her. Her parents are super strict and everything. And to get the elephant out of the room, yes, I'm in the bathroom right now. Little guy's taking a shower. So what perfect time to update y'all because I'm sitting here just watching him take a bath. So Nicole's like, yeah, let's do it. My life is horrible. So they go to Fear Street. They jump over the wall and everything. Her and Lucy swap bodies. And then she thinks it's going to be amazing. And she's like, oh my God, I'll finally figure out what a good boyfriend, like, because she thinks her best friend Lucy's boyfriend is like the best boyfriend ever. So they swap. So she's going to Lucy's house because she's Lucy. And so she gets there and she's like, hello, is anyone home? Hey, mom, dad, yada, yada. No one answers. So she goes into the living room and they're dead, like on the living room floor. Blood's everywhere. They have white carpets. The carpets are stained with blood and everything. So Nicole freaks out. She goes to Lucy's boyfriend's and tells him everything, and he ends up calling the cops. So she flees because she doesn't want to get arrested. So instead of going into the front of Lucy's house, she goes into the back of Lucy's house. And she gets into Lucy's room and she's going to change, and she realizes all Lucy's clothes are gone and everything. And then she sees a knife stuck in Lucy's desk and looks. There's a note attached to it and says, I couldn't handle them anymore. I killed them. So Lucy killed her parents and swapped bodies with Nicole because she didn't want to get in trouble. And she figured since Nicole's life was so horrible that she was going to swap lives with Nicole. So Nicole is looking for Lucy this whole time. She goes to the school and couldn't find her. She remembers that she left her car there because Lucy confronted her after school and she didn't drive. They just walked to Fear Street Fear Street Mansion, because it's not that far from the school. So she gets her car. She's driving around. She thinks she sees Lucy in the window of their favorite pizza place. I believe it's called Pizza Pizza or something like that. So she goes into there and is gonna confront her, and she sees Lucy talking to two girls from school. So she goes up there and she starts like, what are you doing? And then they're like, whoa, Nicole, calm down. And she's thinking to herself, so they're calling me to Nicole. So Lucy must have told them what was happening. She's a freaking liar. Why is she telling everyone? Because they made a promise not to tell anyone. And then, so she's like, where's Lucy? And they're like, Lucy's not here. What are you talking about? And she's like, I just seen her. They're like, no, she's not here. She was not here. You did not see Lucy. So she's going another place and she swears she sees Lucy again, but it turns out to be a bunch of a group of kids. So she's thinking Lucy fled Fear Street because of what happened with her killing her parents, and then She went back to Lucy's boyfriend. She either went back to her old boyfriend, her ex, or Lucy's boyfriend. Went to go talk to him, found his head chopped off, and then the police show up, and she's like, "Oh my God, I didn't kill him!" Ah, they're like, "We know, Nicole, we know." So she's like, "Okay, they know I'm Nicole, so what's going on? Did Lucy talk to the cops as well? What is going on?" So that's basically how far I have gotten into Fear Street Switched. This is a weird, crazy, wild ride book. It's kind of like how one of my best friends, Alicia, she's like, so this book's like you're on an acid trip. That's literally how I can explain it. You're literally on an acid trip reading this fucking book. It's crazy, wild. Yeah, it's crazy. So, I am going to continue reading. I'm going to play the audio because I have it through audio while he's taking a bath. And yeah, this is the opening of a new vlog. So, hey friends, so I'm almost done with Switched by Stine. This book is getting very crazy and intense. So, she found one of the girls that was with Lucy, confronted her inside of the locker room at school, and then she turned around to say something to her, and she was dead. So Lucy killed this girl too. So apparently Lucy's been killing everyone that Nicole talks to about where Lucy is. So yeah, it's crazy. It's mind-boggling. Like, what in the world was what was going through Stine's head when he wrote this? I really want to know. That type of thing. So she ended up taking a bus because she used her life savings, a bunch of money and stuff she had saved up in her bedroom. She took that to go eat breakfast, because throughout this whole thing she hasn't really ate breakfast, lunch, or dinner because she's so stressed out to find Lucy to swap back with Lucy. Oh, she also had a picture, like a really old picture of her and Lucy when they were kids. So she figured if she was holding on to that picture of Lucy, she could jump over the wall and then they would still switch bodies, even though Lucy wasn't physically there. So obviously that didn't work. So then she decided to go eat breakfast and then go to Lucy's grandma's that was like a town over. So she rode a bus over there, got there and everything, and her grandma was acting like, "Oh my God, I'm so surprised. Oh, are you hungry? You look hungry. I normally don't make this much soup." And then Nicole's thinking, "Yeah, you don't make this much soup because Lucy's here." And she went to go say something to Lucy's grandma and heard her talking on the phone, and now where I left off, she's really, really pissed off because the grandma was like obviously calling the cops or something to get Nicole in trouble. Nicole in trouble. So it's a weird, crazy, wild ride. I didn't get to listen to much of the part that I stopped at because I was listening to it while me and my son were walking to my mom's today, so I have to go back and listen to it again so I can fully get the grasp of everything that's going. But this is a crazy wild ride book. Like, I don't know what Stine was, if he was going through something or if he's like, "Ooh, this is a weird, crazy concept that I've never done before. Let's do it." You know what I mean? I would really love to know what he was thinking when he wrote this book. But it's very good. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. The next book I'm going to pick up, I think I'm going to pick up The Beast by Stine because I have that physically and I want to read that physically. I'll be reading more of, I'm reading the third Daphne and Velma book, Buried Secrets. I'll be reading that more on Monday because I have to go do something at my mom's house for her on Monday. So, yeah, that's what's been happening. So I did read today. I did play a little bit of my game today. Cleaned the house today, finishing laundry. I need to fold this laundry after I'm done eating dinner. Finish cleaning up a little bit more, like my dishes and stuff from dinner. But yeah, it's been a really productive day for me today. Today is currently Thursday, October 19th. Yesterday was my mom's birthday. So we spent the day, like, the majority of the day with my mom yesterday too. Because, yeah, like, it was a good day. I mean, it was her birthday, and what better day to spend what better day to go and spend time with her grandson and everything was on her birthday. So yeah. And oh my, y'all, I found this amazing recipe to make chow mein at home, like exactly like panda chow mein. Oh my god, made it. Tastes so bomb. My son loves it. My son was a panda fanatic, and since we moved this year in April, there's no Panda Express in the town that we moved into. It's like 2 hours to an hour away, and so I've been trying to think of different ways to make the chow mein for him because I know that was his favorite. So I found this recipe, and yes, and I found first time I made it was with these noodles that weren't really that good. Like, I wouldn't recommend them because they were, like, you had to rinse them in warm water and boil them. And by the time they were done, they were very squishy. Like, they were very overdone. But these new noodles that I got work perfectly. So now I know what noodles to get. And hopefully when I go grocery shopping, they're there and they're not, like, sold out. You know what I mean? But this is a long update just to tell you that I did read. Yeah. So when I am folding laundry and finish cleaning the house, I will probably finish Switched. And then start The Beast so I can read The Beast. And then the next Stein book I want to read is a werewolf book. I believe it's a werewolf book. It has two girls on the cover. They're singing, and there's a werewolf silhouette in the background. So I'm assuming it's a werewolf book. I don't remember the name of it. I will probably pop in and let you know the name of it when I start listening to that one. But I'm gonna get off here, and I will chat with y'all later. Bye. Okay, guys, I just finished Switched, Fear Street by Stine, number 31. The ending to that book was mind-boggling. I totally didn't expect the ending that he wrote for that book. I thought it was gonna go in a totally different direction. Like, Stine just totally blew my freaking mind. I did not think he would do that. Not blow my mind, but I didn't think he would do that type of ending. Whoa. So, okay, this is a pretty old book, so if you want to read it and you don't want to be spoiled, skip for a few seconds, but I'm gonna talk about a spoiler for a few seconds. So this was all in Nicole's head. Apparently Lucy got in a car accident and Nicole can't handle it mentally, so she comes up in her head that her and Lucy had switched bodies, and everyone around her totally, like, is trying to protect her and get her help and everything, and she thinks they're trying to put her in jail for all the deaths. So the deaths were just in her head too. was crazy and wild, y'all. Like, what in God's green earth did I just read? Really? Wow. Like, this book, this Stine book, I'm telling you, this one was like, literally had me like thinking the whole time I was reading it. For the last couple of days, I have just been like picking it up, trying to see like what's happening. I thought Lucy was throughout this whole story also, like, he makes you believe that Lucy is still alive. Wow, this is crazy. So it ends with her being at Lucy's grandma. Her name is Grandma Carla. Some crazy stuff goes down, and then her parents show up. Kent shows up, and all the doctors show up. The people she thought were the police were actually doctors and everything, looking for her. So this whole time, this whole time, doctors have been following her everywhere, looking for her, trying to pick her up and put her back in the insane asylum. That's generally where she ends up at. It's so crazy and wild to think about that. Wow, this book. All I could say is wow. Like, Stine blew my mind. He went there. He did that. My mind is like blown, y'all. That's a crazy ending to a book. I think I'm going to have to put this up there with one of my favorite Stine books, because that book had me going all the way till the end, yo. Wow, that is so crazy. Okay, so the next book I'm going to pick up is, oh, by the way, I'm totally giving it a 5 stars. That ending had me. So yeah, that's a 5-star. I was gonna do it at a 4.5. Now that bumped it up to a 5. That ending bumped it up to a 5. But now the next book I'm going to pick up is The Beast by Stine. I presume this is about a roller coaster. The book's inside. I'm not gonna bring it out right now, but it has two kids on a roller coaster on the cover, so it's, I presume, about a roller coaster. I don't have the second one. I only have the first one. But it's very rare to find these books, The Beast and The Beast 2. They're out of print now, so if you find them, keep them. Don't get rid of them. Or if you're going to get rid of them, let me know, because I'll buy them off of you. Anyways, gonna read The Beast probably later on today. We'll be watching like maybe some Rocket Power or Hey Arnold or Cat Dog or something. My son's been really into the Rugrats show, not the new one, but the one I grew up with, the 90s Rugrats, which I love that he loves the 90s Rugrats better than the new Rugrats. So yeah, but I'm gonna get off here, and I will check in with y'all when I pick up The Beast. Okay, bye. Hey y'all, so me and my husband have been watching the new Goosebumps show on Disney Plus. We're like almost done with the Go Eat Worms episode, and we have one more in season 1. I don't want it to end. I'm definitely going to be rewatching the show because, what? Are you kidding me? Justin Long inside this? Amazing. From very first episode, super creepy, way creepier than the 90s Goosebumps that I grew up with. And yes, some of those episodes did creep me out, but this one, wow, like, for sure, hands down, so good. I was kind of like, a new Goosebumps, I hope it's gonna be good. Blown, expectations blown. I love it so much. And y'all know I'm a huge R.L.Stine fan. Like, he's my all-time favorite author. Like him and Poe, they're like right there. So I love this new Goosebumps show so much. I know it has nothing to do with books, but I just wanted to jump in and say, hey, this is your chance and your reminder. Go watch the new Goosebumps show. It's on Disney Plus and Hulu. You need to watch it. It is so good. All my 90s babies out there, you grew up watching Goosebumps. I'm telling you, watch the show. It's so good. And Justin Long's character, he is like... There is this one scene in one of the episodes where Justin gets possessed, and the way he acts inside this one episode is like, it's just, no words, I'm telling y'all. Such a good show. Please, please, please go watch it. Let me know down in the comments if you have watched it. Please, no spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched it, but if you've watched it, what you've thought of it, or let me know if you're going to watch it, because I want to talk to someone about this new Goosebumps show, because it's so amazing! Alright, I'm going to get off here. I'll probably mention it more than once during the rest of these vlogs, but it was released on October 13th, which was a Friday the 13th. What a perfect day to release a Goosebumps. And I watched the first episode of it on Friday the 13th. The day it was released. And the first episode is Say Cheese and Die. Oh, it's so good. Please, 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 please go watch it. Alright, bye. Hi everyone. So, picked up The Beast this morning. It's about Ashley and Ernie, and they are on Paramount's King Island, going to be riding The Beast, and it's said that The Beast is haunted and there's a ghost that rides on the roller coaster with you. That's the ghost. And where we left off was Ernie was looking for his cousin. She just vanished off the ride out of nowhere. And so he's looking for her, and then an announcer came on and said that the island is closing. So he thinks maybe that Ashley's waiting for him at the exit gate. So that's as far as I have gotten so far. Like, I'm really not that far into it. I'm 16 pages into the book on chapter 4. So I will keep you posted. This isn't part of the Fear Street line or anything. It's a different publisher house from all the other Stine books that I know that he published from. There's this and Beast 2. I don't have Beast 2, but if I can get my hands on it in the future, I'll definitely be reading it and treasure it. And I did get this from Pango Books for very cheap. There is a corner missing, or like a bit missing out of the corner. There are some creases and everything. This is, and it has someone's name in it. This is one of Stine's books that are out of print. But sorry, I keep looking down. My son's down here. But I'm gonna continue reading and see how far I can get today. there are only, hold on one second, there are only 131 pages, and this typing in this is fairly big and spaced out pretty big. It's kind of like a Goosebumps with the typing and spacing. So I might be able to finish this today. I don't know. I'm gonna see how far I can get, but I will keep you updated. And then my next Stine book I want to pick up is Bad Moon, and I believe that one's about werewolves. So gonna finish, or try to finish, The Beast today. Wish me luck. Let's see how far I can get. Hi y'all, sorry for rat drowned hair, but I just took a shower. The Beast, I'm page 50, chapter 11. Chapter 11, page 50. I just hit the 50 page mark. So I was wrong. His name isn't Aaron, his name is James. Typical James. I'm gonna hate that name. And her name is Ashley. So they go to this carnival ride called The Beast in Paramount King Island, and they, like I said before, he couldn't find her. She ends up coming up behind him, like saying his name and everything, and instead of calling home to get a ride and get out of the park, because they got locked into the park, instead of calling, she's like, let's stay and see the ghost of the Beast ride. He's like, there's no ghost. She's like, prove it. And he's like, prove what? She's like, prove there's no ghost. He's like, how am I supposed to do that? She goes, I'll give you $10 if you prove there's no ghost. Oh yeah, by the way, y'all, they have pay phones inside of this book. That's how old this book is. You know how long it's been since I've seen a payphone? Actually, not that long, because on our way here, there was a payphone at a rest stop in Arizona. Funny, huh? Anyways, so they are looking for the Beast, and then they see some security guards. James is like, I still don't think I should do this. Why am I doing this? Oh yeah, for $10. Woohoo! $10, y'all. He's doing this for $10. So they almost get caught by the security guards. They run, and then they're hiding, and then Ashley's like, oh my god, there's the Beast. So they're sitting there waiting for the ghost to show up. She's sitting in the roller coaster. He's just chilling out on the side. And then the roller coaster starts moving, and she gets stuck. So James is trying to pull her out and everything. So James finally pulls out Ashley, and then they see the ghost. He is described as this very tall, broad-shouldered, broad-chested man with a white beard and white hair that's just flowing in the wind. And he spots them because James gets them caught, like almost with the security guards, and he like tells them, he's like, come here, both of you, come here now. And Ashley's in a trance. She starts going to him, and she's like, we were locked inside of the park. And that's basically where I left off at. Justin, why do I not want to say his name? James doesn't think he's a real ghost. He just thinks it's some dude like the security guards. So I'm going to continue to read / watch Allie, because as you can see, I have Ellie on in the background. I like her videos. She's a very comfort YouTuber for me. So I'm going to continue reading and see how far I get. Like I said, just made it the 50-page mark. It is currently 8:32 at night. I don't know how far I'm going to get before I have to put little gremlin to bed tonight. So we shall see how far I shall get. Okay, bye. morning, crusty crew. So last night I did end up finishing The Beast by Stine, and I'm going to be giving this a 4 out of 5 stars. It was fairly good. So where we left off at was they were almost getting caught by the security guards. So PD told them to get in the carts and he would save them because he was a cart pusher. Like he checked on the roller coaster at night, and they asked him, "What does PD stand for?" And he said, "Pretty dumb. That's what my friends call me." So they go back in time. They go back in time to July. I believe it's July 15th, 1931. Let me see. I know it's during the Depression. But they do say the date. Yeah, 1931 is when they go back in time to. And, everyone's staring at them because they're not dressed how they're supposed to be dressed, especially Ashley. She's dressed totally different compared to what the women and girls are dressed like in that period of time. So they meet up with a kid named PD, and PD tells them June 15th, 1931. It's right here on page 100. So that's the time period they jump into. And PD tells them, he's like, "Let's go, I'll help you get some digs." And they're like, "Digs? What are digs?" And he's like, "Clothes. I'll help you get some clothes." And then they meet up with an ice cream man, and Ashley wants frozen yogurt, and he's like, "Who in their mind would freeze yogurt?" So James is like, "Can I have Rocky Road?" And he's like, "Y'all are a comedian club, right?" And so they're like, "So what do you have?" He's like, "Chocolate and vanilla as usual." And then they find out that the ice cream is like 3 cents. And then they end up, when they meet up with PD, they're hungry. So they're gonna go get a Coney dog, and Coney Island dog. And then they find out that those are only 3 cents also. So James looked at Ashley. He's like, "Wow, we would be rich in this time period." And PD's like, "What do you mean this time period? Are you rich?" Then PD was telling them that he has so many siblings and everything, and they live in the top of this laundromat, or not a laundromat. They live in the top of a It's not a laundromat. Sorry, it's early morning. It's where you go get your clothes cleaned and not cleaned, but pressed and stuff. I forget what it's called. Anyways, so they go back in time and they try to save PD and everyone else because a big storm's coming, and PD told them when he was a ghost that the whole park and everything caught on fire because it was called 1,000 Torches, because every night they lit 1,000 torches inside this park, basically. But so it ends with them literally. Stine ends it with them looking at a plaque, and it was in the memory of all the people who passed away on June 15th, 1931. And then he ends the book with them hearing the roller coaster going off again, and they're like, "Is it the roller coaster or is it the wind?" type of thing. So It's a very good book. I highly recommend it. Like, I read it in one day. Granted, I finished it like at 10 something at night because, again, I have a 3-year-old, so I have to put his needs over me reading books. My husband was at work and everything, so, but 131 pages, very good. Another book down for my STINETOBER. This does not, oh, actually, it does mark off a prompt on my bingo board because there's a ghost on the cover. I was gonna say this doesn't mark off a prompt on my bingo board. It actually does. It marks off ghost on a cover. Okay, so I'm going to update my reading journal and mark off ghost on my reading journal, and I will see you guys there. Okay, bye. Color. Gray. Okay. Read a book with ghost on the cover. So I could get a bingo this way, bingo this way, or bingo this way. I'm closer to these, this one, and this one. But I don't think I have a book with witches. And read a book with pumpkins. I mean, I was gonna read Raising the Horsemen, but I don't know if I have time. And I do know the Bernstein Bears one had a pumpkins on the cover. Should I just use that? I do have a bingo right here. I didn't even notice that. So I could stop. But I want to get this one at least, and this one, and I can read the first Goosebumps book. I can listen to it on audio. Pumpkins. I'm gonna have to see about pumpkins.